Hello, so this is Barton, level 7, lesson number 5. So the first thing that your student learned is that an unaccented AR says and that's why this word says doll and not doll-R, okay? So they learned several other words that are similar to this, like cheddar, unaccented AR, it's gonna say but then smart only has one syllable, so that's accented, and that's why it goes back to the R sound. Smart. Okay, so that's the first thing that your student learned. This is the rule card that's associated with it. And dollar, doctor. All right, so this is the one that's associated with it. Dollar, doctor. Let's go back and let's switch screens here and go to the next thing that your student learned. So the next thing your student learned was called the Commodore Sailor Rule. And so usually OR, if it's in the middle of a word like Ford or fork or something like that, it's going to say or, all right? But we also added a new suffix. It's green. This is a suffix tile. The suffix means that it will change the meaning of the word. So if we have the base word act and we add the green OR at the end, we have the word actor. Okay, so the OR in this case is green. It means someone who. Okay, so let's see that again. Somebody who sails is going to be a sailor. Okay, somebody who survives is going to be a survivor. Okay, but it's easily confused because we have a word like bank and it's not a banker, it's a banker. This also means somebody who banks. So if your student doesn't know for sure, this is something that they should look it up. There are two choices for it. ER and OR, they both mean somebody who does something, sails, survives, banks. And so they did practice that a little bit. So we did invent. They pulled down the question mark R to look it up. Okay, now we know that it's an inventor. Okay, so that kind of brings up a good question for them, which is, if we have a word like flavor, the base word isn't flav, as much as Flava Flav would like us to think that, it really isn't, right? So this would be another good instance where your student, if they're not sure how to spell the word flavor, because they have so many choices right now, they would look it up with a question mark R. Same with a word like odor, if they're unsure, question mark R. All right, let's skip ahead, and I want to show you just one more thing. And that is, what if you want the word to say or at the end? Like the word Commodore. If you wanted to say or at the end, you have to use an O-R-E. And we only have a couple words that don't use that, but they're very common words, okay? So, like humor, that's not right. We want the word humor. Humor me. You don't humor me. But we do see it in a word like carnivore. You can hear the or at the end. So the two common words that we use are where it says or at the end, but there's not an E on the end, would be or, like this or that. And then the word for, as in like, I have a gift for you. So they're pretty common words, but usually when you hear or at the end, you are going to have to add the E. Okay, let's take a look at the practice pages here. Okay, so they can just go through and read level 5, lesson 7. There are going to be two sections that they'll need to do for the fluency drills. And then the extra practice pages, each word ends with the sound. So this is going to be odor and beggar and cedar and printer and motor, operator, grammar, Oscar, lumber, singer, popular, emperor, painter, and alligator. That's the first one. Same thing with the second one is going to be the word ignore, or at the end, tenor, protector, shore, O-R-E, tailor, tutor, anymore, chore, rumor, visitor, score, vapor, before, and explore. And the last one, circle the correctly spelled word. So we've got mayor, superstore, lakeshore, harbor, ventilator, equator, and trader. So that is it. Have a wonderful day and make sure your child is reading and decoding and not guessing. All right, see you later.